Right.
It's been great. I've been waiting for the opportunity to be in a football program like this. I love what Coach Moore brings to the table. It was easy for me to buy in. I respect the type of mentality he has. It's just a real hard-nosed coach. He wants a physical group, wants to get after. Coach Mazzoni wants to be a high-tempo team. I haven't been in no huddle before, but I think there's a lot of benefits to it. And, just trying to show that to the guys, and they see all the great things that can come of it, and they just really bought in. So, starters, but it's a totally different system. It's a totally different environment, totally different attitude here. Nothing was wrong with how things were done before. It's just done differently. So, in the grand scheme of things, they're learning just like the other guys are learning. And one of the things that I want them to do is constantly remind, the young guys and guys that are just here, hey, what it's been like. And this is not where we want it to be. And it's a new attitude, and just talk about some of the reasons why things weren't working before and what we can do differently to change things. And I think more than anything, it's not so much, obviously from a football standpoint, you work on technique and those type of things, but as a group, we need to be a more physical unit. We need to just have a different mentality, a different mindset than what it's been. The bar has been set kind of low, and we need to set a new standard here, and we need to try to exceed what we've done the day before, and we need to build on our masterpiece every single day. Guys are blaming guys and, whining about different things, but it wasn't that. On that particular play, it was just a lack of communication, and Baco was in there. I'm just saying, hey, we need to communicate. And, it's a difference between fighting and really trying to, in the heat of battle, just, trying to get each other to do the right thing. And for me, that excites me. It means that they care. It's important to them. And I can say all the things I want to say, and I can get on guys, and I can yell at guys all I want, but at a certain point, it gets stale to the players, and you want it to be said by the leaders of the group as well. Because obviously I'm the little boss or whatever, the head guy in the group, but when you have it from a leader and a guy that's been playing 3 years like Baca, it validates a lot of things, and guys can't make excuses and act like I'm being too hard or I'm being unfair. A lot of times you have locker room lawyers and different things of that nature, and we seem to have a really good group. That's one thing that Rick did, is he brought a lot of high character individuals in my group. When I'm speaking about, I can't speak for all the rest, but in my group I have a lot of good guys, and guys that I'm holding them accountable for certain things, and they're trying to step it up and do the best they can. Excites me. I try to tell them don't go in the tank. The one thing about it is they have to understand, and I told them before they came here, Simon's excited once people started Inspired Crawl, and some of these other guys do too. And I said, hey, the monkey's gonna jump on your back. I was like, this is a difficult thing, getting the tempo. These guys that have been here in the spring, it was tough on them. I try to explain, you need to come in great shape. Guys can run sprints and do different things all day, but it's another thing to be in football shape. So right now they're going through it, they're struggling. It's all about developing mental toughness. They just need to keep on building on every day. I think by the end of warm-ups, they're burnt out for the rest of practice. Like, hey, you got to keep on fighting through it and push through it, because in 2 weeks' time, you'll feel a lot better about it, and you'll be able to move a little better, and your legs will be back under you and all that. But it's been a rude awakening. But they're high school kids, and I'm not foolish in my expectations. I like them to be in the rotation a little bit this year. I like them to add depth and help create a competitive environment. But at the same time, you got to be realistic. You really don't want freshmen playing if you don't have to. But if they're ready to do it, by the second or third game, or by the first game, if they're ready to do it, then they get an opportunity to do it. And going through the process, I personally recruited those guys. I told them, you have every opportunity to come in here and start. It's just a matter of what you do. You control your own destiny.
And speaking of recruiting, when you recruit at the high school level, you obviously look at what kind of upside there is. And when you're analyzing them then, is there a difference between how you analyze them then in high school and how you analyze them now as you're in fall camp?
Well, I just think it's my job as a coach to make sure that they have the proper technique, and that they put it forth maximum effort. But one of the things I look for at that level, and hopefully I don't make mistakes, and they come in here and they show those type of characteristics. I look at the intangibles. I want guys that they're passionate about football. Football is the most important thing when they're on the field and when they're in the meeting room. You need that balance when you're, and regular things on campus, different things like that. It's academics, or when you're home with your family, it's your family. But when you're on the football field and you're in the locker room, different things of that nature, your teammates and our football program is the most important thing. And I want guys that are physical, that want to get after it, that have a certain mindset. And when I push them and I tell them I need to do certain things, that they're willing to run through walls, not for me, but for the guy next to them, or for our head coach. And so that's the one thing I look for. They have to have feet, have to be able to roll their hips and all those different things, be able to bend. But I'll sacrifice a little bit of athleticism for a guy that's tough and that's a high character guy that wants to get after it.